proteins that you like, all the carbs that you like, all the vegetables that you like, and start creating recipes around the foods that you like. 7 science-backed strategies to help you improve your relationship with food. So, hey guys, I'm Gavin. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition coach, and an ex-fat guy. I used to be 20 kilos overweight compared to what I am right now. And I've managed to lose 20 kilos and I've maintained that weight loss for 14 years, okay? And I've done it simply by improving my relationship with food. So what I want to talk to you about today is some strategies. They're science-backed, there's studies to back these things up, and they're also practical tips that you can take away and start now, not next week, and it's not hypothetical. You can start this right now. And what the first thing, which is a bonus tip for you, is number one, you gotta stop demonizing foods. Okay, there's no good foods and no bad foods, and if you understand that, or try and understand that in a better way, it's gonna help pre-frame how you do things moving forward. So sure, McDonald's and stuff, right? You shouldn't be eating that all the time. I get that, okay. But if weight loss is a goal of yours, then you must understand that food's about calories. Calories in, calories out, okay? First of all. So in order to be successful with any kind of diet and intervention long term, and I'm talking long term because all diets work in the short term, we want long term strategies, is that understanding that all the food that you eat has calories in it. And you use calories every single day. Depending on your activity levels, your calorie limits will be up and down. So if you want to lose weight, then you must understand you must eat less calories than you currently do right now. That's just the universal law of weight loss. And the bad foods that you associate as being bad are just high calorie foods. A donut has high calories compared to an apple. You know you should eat one or the other, okay? But if you demonize one or the other, it means that you will avoid it and crave it, and it gives you a really bad idea about what that food should look like. But if you understood your calorie budget, you would be able to have a donut as part of a healthy diet and lifestyle, okay? Because that one donut on its own is not going to make you fat, but overall calories and consumption on a daily, weekly basis will make you fat. So with that in mind, you've got to give yourself permission to understand that food is food, okay? It is food. And higher calorie foods probably not going to be as great for you as lower calorie foods. Simple as that. So you have a budget. It's like if I said, here's $1,000, go out and spend it on what you want. You could buy one Gucci bag, or you could go to the dollar shop and buy 100 Gucci bags, all right? So as long as you understand how to distribute your budget throughout the day, you're going to be okay. So without further ado, let's get into these 7 strategies and we get this done. So number 1 is mindful eating. Now, probably mindful eating, you might think, oh, it's a bit airy-fairy and that, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work the way you're currently doing it. So mindful eating is probably not working for you right now because you're already mindful eating, but eating too much or eating more the wrong foods, the high-calorie foods, okay? So what we're going to do, you can take this away now and practice. At your next meal, practice this thing. Start small, nice and easy. And when you go to your next meal, no matter what that is, take time over the meal. Deliberate bites. Chew your food slowly. Taste it. Engage all your senses, your smell, the texture, the feeling on your mouth, all those things, and the aroma. And eliminate distractions like phones and TVs. Because when you engage in the meal and enjoy it slowly, a couple of things happen. You enjoy it more. Okay, you eat less over time as well because you're enjoying it more, and the time that it takes for your brain to realize that you've eaten something is going to be stretched out. Because if you're like me and stuff their face in, or I can stuff a meal in 5 seconds or 5 minutes, I still feel hungry afterwards. But if you take time over the meal, you feel fuller for longer because the signals between your brain and your stomach are now sort of working better. Okay, so there was a study done, Dobenheimer et al. 2011. Found that mindfulness intervention reduced stress levels and abdominal fat in overweight and obese women, suggesting that mindful eating can aid in emotional eating and weight management. So it is true. So you can take this away, practice this at your next meal and get this done. Number 2 is listen to your body. Now, what we tend to find, sometimes we eat things for comfort. I get that. It's comfort eating. And you're not even hungry, just comfort eating all the time, all right? But really think and stop. You got to bring this emotional thing that you've got going on, is take it back and come to a logical thing and sit down. And before you go to the fridge and eat something, ask yourself, am I hungry? If you are, then eat something, but eat a lower calorie food option like apples or bananas or fruit, okay? instead of going for the chips and the dips and the nuts and the chocolates and everything else. And assess your hunger scale. And on a scale of like 1 to 10, where are you on the hunger scale? And if you're like 6, 7, 8 out of 10 hungry, then you need to eat something. But if you're only 2 out of 10 hungry, you don't need anything. It gives you that opportunity to stop, check yourself, and move on. Have a glass of water instead. Wait a couple of minutes. See if that helps you feel fuller and moves along. But be in tune with your hunger cues. So a study done was Tilke and Kroon van Diest 2013 highlighted that intuitive eating or listening to your body's cues was linked to healthier eating habits. Emphasizing the value of paying attention to your hunger cues, because sometimes we're eating and we're not actually hungry. Number 3 is ditch restrictive diets. The ketos, the detoxes, all that really extreme stuff. Don't do it. Instead, shift your focus from labeling foods good and bad, okay, to like low calorie, high calorie, that kind of thing. And understanding that a Snickers bar has way more calories than an apple. But if your budget allows in one day and you can fit that in within your calories, you can actually eat it. And like I said, I got this bread, this white bread here. If you like white bread, have white bread. 2 slices are 200 calories. So it's not good or bad. It's just 200 calories. And is there much fiber? No. Then make up with some vegetables at dinner time to make up for the fiber, right? And the study has shown that the American Psychological Association 2007 warned against extreme diets, and they emphasized the importance of balanced long-term dietary changes. You need to be able to follow a diet for the rest of your life, and the way you do that is by eating foods that you already are kind of familiar and that you enjoy, because food's a big part of what we do. And if you do that, you're more likely to be more successful with it. Number 4, plan balanced meals. So again, eat from all the food groups. You need to be eating vegetables and whole grains and lean proteins and all those things you should be doing. And you can do this at your next meal. You can go and the next meal should be made up of those things. And a study shown, Rolls et al. 2007, found that starting meals with a salad reduced overall energy intake at lunch, demonstrating benefits of balanced meals in Portugal. Because if you eat salads and low calorie dense foods first, it fills your stomach up and therefore you'll eat less. Really important to do. And you can do this at your next meal. Number 5, stay hydrated. Carry a water bottle with you. Drink water. When you drink water, it expands your stomach, sends fullness signals to your brain, decreases ghrelin, and you will ultimately feel fuller. And that's how you do it. It keeps you full, keeps you hydrated. A lot of the times we are not very good at recognizing thirst, and you will essentially feel hungry when you're thirsty. Number 6, cook at home if you can. Cooking at home is a really good way because you are in complete control of the meals that goes into it. Create a list of all the proteins that you like, all the carbs that you like, all the vegetables that you like, and start creating recipes around the foods that you like. Understand the calories in them, and then you will have a diet that you can really follow long term because it's made up of the foods that you really like. And that's a really good way. That's how I did it for a long time. I just cooked myself, prepare my meals, all that good stuff. Number 7, last really is is to practice some self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up. Don't say you're a disaster and you can't do this and can't do this. Change takes time. And if you are good and kind to yourself, like I was at the beginning, and if you have a bad day, you have a bad day. Next day, get better. Practice one things over and over, okay? You will start to make better food choices and there'll be no judgment. So if you had a donut or white bread or a chocolate bar, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, okay? It's just about understanding that it is what it is, learn from it and move on. And there was a study done in 2015 revealed that self-compassion was associated with more positive body image perceptions, and it emphasized the importance of being kind to yourself. If you're somebody that has a poor relationship with food, just do your best, okay? And take one of these 7 tips, try one or all, but pick something that's easy that you think that you can do on the next meal, and you can practice that thing for a period of time, because to build a new habit and improve a relationship with food takes time and it takes consistency. And all you need to do is pick one of these things, practice it daily for a month or 2 months until you nail it and it feels natural, and you'll be successful. That's how I improve my relationship with food. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and I would love to see you on the next video. Take it easy, team. Bye-bye.